Welcome back to LatiNation. Now, if you've been watching this show for the past few years, you know that we're suckers for extreme sports, action sports, alternative sports, whatever you call those sometimes dangerous, sometimes out of the ordinary activities that don't typically involve a team or a ball. And this past summer, I went to both the X Games and the US Open of Surfing to find out how Latino athletes and Latino fans are rising up the ranks of these daredevil pastimes. Check this out.
X Games is definitely the biggest contest of the season. Every year, everyone looks forward to it, and getting that invite is always awesome, you know?
Half the stuff we do, 90% of the people in the world would never even think or dare to even try.
I think there's not really a fine line between mainstream and extreme sports anymore because we're trying to make it mainstream. I think right now it's going in the right direction.
Mainstream athletes love action sports athletes, at least everyone that I've encountered, and vice versa, because we grew up watching mainstream sports.
I feel like the slogan alternative sports for skating, snowboarding, surfing is, I think that was dead like almost, 10 years ago. It's evolved and it's changed, and I think it's headed in a good direction because I got faith in the youth. It's evolution. Can't fight it, you just gotta embrace it.
All right, so who are you here to see? What sport is your favorite extreme sport?
BMX. It's bikes, those are always cool.
I want to see the dirt bikes.
What is it about the dirt bike?
It's just really cool. My friends actually just came back from a trip, and I saw some pictures, and it was like super awesome. It's just like pretty crazy what they can do, It's just like pretty amazing.
Well, some of the sports that I would love to see are the skateboarding.
Skateboarding.
Definitely skateboarding.
A skateboard. Anybody can own a skateboard. A bicycle. Those are dreams that any kid can have. And I think that's where it harvests nature's, the clothing, the lines, the people. And it comes from a surfer's mentality, which was the first extreme sport.
As soon as I won the world title, people started really looking into surfing, and it's changed a lot. There's a lot of support. There's more of a platform. There's contests. There's coaches. There's a whole industry of surfing, which I'm really happy to see. Because I really want to see another world champion maybe from Peru or Latin America.
Costa Rica is really big. It's getting bigger in surfing. A lot of good surfers right now. Red Bull is putting time too in Costa Rica, come with surf camps, and I think the people from North America is looking more down to Latin America and try to make progress, down there.
I feel like in South America has grown a lot in its last 2-3 years. I've seen a couple guys make it over to the States.
Why are Brazilians taking over extreme sports? It seems like every skater, surfer, motocross person is Brazilian.
Oh yeah, we have a lot of those crazy dudes back in Brazil.
You don't need an arena. You don't necessarily need a stadium, to do step up, to do jumps. You can do it in your backyard. That's allowed.
You just need a skateboard, and you can go out there and go ride where you don't need to have a team and all this equipment and stuff.
When I got into snowboarding, I don't think anyone really took it serious as far as an actual career or actually being a professional athlete. And nowadays, kids are starting young. There's youth programs. Right. There's schools across the country that, are geared towards helping a kid, develop his skills and still be able to do his studies.
I honestly am a firm believer that there's more kids getting into action sports than, standing on the baseball diamond these days growing up.
I feel like at the end of the day, I've always been seeking for longevity. I didn't want to come in the sport, win 1 year, and then disappear. I wanted to stay around and, try somewhat make a little statement that, hey, it didn't happen because of luck. It happened because of effort. And, to this day, that I still, I have fun riding my bike. So I don't know if I'm going to compete forever, but I definitely want to compete for a few more years.